Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is what we have on my other hand, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys how to do your après set the easiest way and a way that's going to make them last the longest. So I already have the surface of my nails filed. Push back my cuticle and clean the area completely. So I'm just going to grab this cuticle pusher and push the skin back, not too far, but just enough. The reason why I like to clean up the cuticle area is that I like to place the nail a little bit underneath the cuticle. That way it has a little more space to grow and you won't have to get it redone as often. So after I push that back, I'm going to go in with my drill. And with my drill, I'm going to put my cuticle bit on there. I love using this to clean up the cuticle. So any dead skin, it's just going to clean that up. And I kind of like to go a little bit underneath the skin right here. Not too much. Obviously, you don't want to push in, but just a little bit under. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll try to zoom in for this process. I'm also going to clean up the sidewalls with this. So I have this on the lowest speed, and I'm just going a little bit under the cuticle area. The reason why you want to clean up the cuticle or any dead skin is because that is what causes lifting. So you want to make sure that you have no chance of lifting. That's why you want to get into the sidewalls also, because most of lifting occurs in the sidewalls as well as the cuticle area. Okay, once that's done, I'm gonna go in with another cuticle bit. This one right here. Oh, I'm not even centered. I hope I had that all on camera. So I'm gonna replace this one, put this one on, and this is just gonna clean up any of the dead skin. Not on the nail, but on the skin. So I just use this really lightly just to clean up any skin that might have come up. I recently started cleaning my clients' nails with this. I used to use a cuticle nipper, but I found that this works so much better. And I'm less likely to cut my clients also. Okay, so I'm gonna dust off my nails so they're completely ready for sizing and prepping. So we're gonna prep. Before I prep, I'm going to choose the nails. So as always, you want it to be sidewall to sidewall. I like to have it at the, push it into the cuticle and press it down lightly. If it doesn't cover the nail completely, then you need to go a size up and file down if you need to. So I kind of know my sizes already. So what I love about these most is that they fit my nail so good that I usually don't have to file them or anything. Maybe just a little bit just to make sure. You really want to make sure that these fit your nail. Like, you have to customize it to your nail in order for it to stay on long and not lift. Whenever I do après on myself, I make sure that I have a lot of time because I'm a stickler and it has to be perfect because I hate when nails lift. If you have après that's lifting and you keep them on, water's gonna get under it, anything's gonna get under it, and you're gonna get an infection on your nail or possibly develop fungus. So you guys really have to take your time with this. Okay, so now that's ready. Before doing anything, I'm gonna rough up the inside of these nails. And just a little tip, you have to rough up all the way up until your nail is covered, like all the way up to there. Because this is such a sleek surface, if you don't rough it up, they're just gonna pop right off. So you really have to get in there and make sure there's no shine in the area that's being adhered to your nail, your natural nail. The little pinkies are a little tough. Just take your time with it, because unless you have a smaller nail bit. I tried using like a little cone shaped bit, but it was taking away at the nail itself, so I decided just to do it this way. The last bit of prepping for these nails, what you want to do is get a softer nail file, maybe like a 100 grit. Last thing I'm doing, we're gonna rough up the other side. So we roughed up the inside, now we have to rough up the outside. I'm gonna do that right here on the very edges, just so that they are a little bit thinner. This way they will fit flush with your natural nail. Okay, so now we're ready to prep. So the only thing that I'm going to do for these is just grab my primer and apply it to the inside. This is just going to remove all the dust that we kind of got on there from drilling. So I'm just going to turn this around because now I got to prep my nails. So same primer. This is the Après primer. We're just going to apply this to all nails. You want to make sure you do this because it's going to remove all the dust that we might have collected during the cleaning process. And then the most important part is to prime. I don't like using any other primer because I feel like these primers and dehydrators were specially formulated for après nails. So if I were to ever get a different system, I would definitely use their primers. Which I did, by the way. I got the 1, 2, 3 go system, which I'm going to review for you guys once I get it in. It hasn't came in. Okay, so now we can start applying. When you're doing après on yourself, I would definitely recommend getting a flashlight. I got this flashlight from Amazon. You get 3 of them for $8. And this is like key, like essential if you're doing après on yourself. So this is like the easiest way to do this. What I would suggest is having one of these, placing it in your mouth, and then both of your hands are free. Actually, before we do that, I have to put a layer of après extend gel on my nails, and then we're going to cure it under the lamp for 30 seconds. I'm going to grab my thumb and I'm going to put some extend gel in there. The way that I like to do it is just brush it over the entire section that you have, that you drilled out or etched out, whatever they want to call it. And then I'm going to grab another dollop and just kind of focus it on the side areas that usually lift the most, especially around the cuticle area. I'm just going to like scrape it off into there. It's better to have most of the product at the top here so that it squeezes out towards the bottom rather than squeezing out towards the sides. So I'm going to turn my light on. I'm going to place it in my mouth. I'm going to get the nail exactly how I want it, and then I'm going to nuke it. And then I'm going to put the light on. So let me explain it before I do it. What I like to do is press it underneath my nail, my cuticle area a little bit at an angle, and then bring it down. So I'm going to do that with the light. So for me, when doing après nails, the most important part to maintain longevity is to make sure the nail is completely flush to your nail at the very top right here, at the very cuticle area, because that's where most of the lifting starts. So you really got to make sure that that part is down and in there. Okay, so let's do it again. I'm going to push it into the cuticle a little bit at an angle and then bring it down. It's a little crooked. It's a little crooked, but that can be fixed when we go to shape. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, anyway. So I'm just going to continue on with this, and I'll just kind of fast forward so you guys can see the process. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my lamp. I'm gonna do a full cure, just 60 seconds. Okay, so now we can go ahead and shape. I'm not doing too long this time, so yeah, I'm just gonna eyeball it. What I like to do is just match it up with my other hand. So that's what we have. Before I get to anything else, like shaping and stuff like that, I'm going to clean up the cuticle area. So a lot of the times with après, even no matter how careful you are, sometimes you do get some spillage in the cuticle area. So what I like to do is use my e-file, and I like to use a sanding band. And I'm just gonna go into the sides. I do this all the time anyway, but make sure you drill down anything that kind of seeped out. That's why I really like après too, because it's really easy to fix little mistakes like that. So I had a lot on this one, so I'm just gonna drill it down. So once the cuticle area is all good, I'm just going to remove the shine completely. I like shaping my nails when they are not clear, when they're a little roughed up. That way you can actually see what needs to be fixed. Yes, now we're done with the drill. Okay, so now we're gonna shape. So obviously shaping however you want. I'm doing coffin, so yeah, that's all we're doing. Okay. And that's it. Simple, simple. And that's the end of my set. So that's how I do my own après nails. So if you guys want to see how I paint them, then just continue to watch. If not, subscribe anyway, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start painting. And yeah, you guys can watch if you want to watch. So I just dust my nails off. I don't put a base on when I do après nails, just because I usually redo it after like 2 or 3 weeks. So it's no point. I'm going in with my Savvyland nail color, and this is from their Fluorescent Light Gel collection, and this is in the color Skin Tone, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I don't know about y'all, but I love it. And I think you guys saw under the light how bright they get. I don't think you did, but whatever. So I'm actually just gonna paint them, and we're gonna do 2 coats, and yeah, just watch, I guess. So I'm going to cure this, do a second coat, and then I'll be back once I'm ready for the design. Okay, so I already have the clear coat on. I skipped this nail because that's the one I'm going to be putting the crystals on. I'm going to clean off the sticky layer from painting. And what I like to do when I'm applying my crystals, I have these linked down below. All my crystals I showed you guys in my last haul, my big haul. So what I do is grab some clear poly gel, and I just do a little line down the center of my nail. Just like that. I get some alcohol. If it's not centered, I just get some alcohol to kind of push it where I need it to be. And then after I have that, I'm going in with a top coat, which is my Maricart top coat, or Macart. Dang it, I keep calling it Maricart. I hope you guys haven't caught on to that, but whatever. So this is the Macart top coat. No, this is Modelones. I'm so dumb. This is Modelones top coat, my favorite top coat ever. I'm going to go in and apply a layer of that right on top of the poly gel. This is just gonna add some like double hold. And then I'm gonna go in with my crystals. I'm like, what did I do? So I got one of these. I'm just gonna place that on top there. I don't use tweezers or anything because they just never worked for me, so whatever. I'm just gonna press it into the poly gel. Make sure it's really in there. I'm gonna go in with the next ones, which are these little guys. I have the crystal on the bottom. I'm just gonna use my picker. As you guys remember, I hated this thing, but it actually works really well. It's just a soft pencil. I'm grabbing one of these guys. I noticed the picker doesn't work for these bigger ones. Oh, just kidding, I lied to you. Oops, upside down. We press that into the poly gel. The little ones aren't that bad, but the big ones are hard to stick, so you want to make sure you really get it in there. Okay, so I'm gonna add my little crystals to the sides. How did I do it? I did 2 of these and 2 of these. Right? So now they're even. Okay, so I'm gonna cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, so before adding one more layer of top coat, I'm going to clean off the crystals because they're pretty dirty and I don't want that to be like, I don't want the dirt encapsulated in it basically. So I'm just gonna clean off the nail and then I'm gonna go in with one more coat of top coat. And when I do this, I'm gonna make sure to really get it into all the cracks and crevices and all that stuff right around the gems. And once that's done, I'm going to just go over it with the top coat. I like having top coat on my crystals. I don't know why. I just think it makes it shine a little bit more. So yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna cure it and I'll show you guys the final results. Okay, so here is the final result. The last thing I like to do, because sometimes gel can get tricky, I'm just going to file the sides lightly just to make sure we don't lose that shape. And you don't want to file too much because you don't want to take off the top coat and that'll cause your nails to start chipping, so just be very gentle going around the edges. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and then I will do a quick little video of the end result.